the brakes.
Yeah. But
I don't know how you could not.
I don't know between now and October, closing the wallet is going to suddenly, make this huge change.
No.
Though, I'm kind of thinking, Tim, here, I've read church history, and there are the events in which lay people storm the cathedrals and throw out, for example, Arian bishops. Bishops who deny the divinity of Christ, they throw them out of the streets. These are like, this is our cathedral. You don't teach Jesus Christ as fully God, fully man, Son of God. You're out on the street. We might need to get to that, Tim. We might need to start invading and going into churches and throwing some of these bums out on the street, whether or not they got a red hat on.
I mean, I would support it. If we're not going to do that at the level of our representative government, people aren't willing to have a Shays kind of rebellion. It feels more natural to do that with your slimy, representative than with your bishop. So I didn't even mention it, but I'd be stoked if that started happening. I'd be stoked, and I'd just be like, can we start doing this with not only church but also state? But sure, I mean, people were harder back then. People were more principled back then. People led shorter lives by about half back then. And so and people were more religious back then. So that made them fighters. So all of that goes into the making of a fighter. Nowadays, people are soft, pacifistic.
Yeah, now you're 50 years old, and you're like, man, I got 15 years to retirement. I got to get that pension. I got to get that 401k because I'm going to live to 88. And I'm worried about my health care costs, and people are just softer.
Right. They're just softer for all those reasons. So